What's up, traders? Matt from the Trade Brigade here doing a technical analysis on ticker HOOD or Robinhood, the new infamous broker that everyone's using on their phone. On the left-hand side, we have the daily time frame chart, and on the right-hand side, the 30-minute intraday time frame chart. We are looking at a newer IPO, so not a whole lot of price action to discuss here, rather just some general IPO rules. Looking at the daily time frame first, it's very important to note the opening print of the company or whatever stock it is that just lists. That's going to be at $38 on the nose here in Robinhood. Of course, the high of the opening drive after that, up there around $40.25, and the low of the day there from the IPO at $33.35. Not overly concerned with the close, rather those other three sort of benchmarks, if you will. Next up, flipping over to the intraday 30-minute time frame chart. Now, what I think is kind of important about this one is the fact that we are starting to form a little bit of an uptrend, something like that, or rather support trend line, as well as, countered with a resistance trend line, something like that. So it's in a very neutral trend right now. I would say this would be more bullish if on the daily perspective, this was happening up here in the upper 50% of the range, as opposed to down below where it's happening currently in the lower 50% of the IPO range. So that's, one slight concern, but overall, liking how technical this trades. I do like the fact that it respected the prior day's low here on the second day's worth of trading. That to me is telling us that technical traders, short-term traders are kind of in control, pushing and pulling around on this one. Do note that you cannot take advantage of the downside by going short on a new IPO. There's a moratorium on the amount of time that has to go by before you can short the shares, and there are also no puts or options available on Robinhood at the moment, so really focus to the long side only. That being said, what can we watch out for? I would say the long is over the resistance trend line and probably over 38, right? Knowing that a lot of people probably bought this out of the gates there on Thursday when this IPO'd, 38 is going to be sort of a trigger point where they're starting to be in the green again and may start to add to the position, or just other investors who see price crossing the IPO open at 38, and that's going to attract new buyers in. So really keep an eye on 38. There is some work to do before we get there, though. Obviously, we discussed the resistance trend line, but also this horizontal area of resistance that we can see from the 30-minute time frame here as well at $36.86. So that's going to kind of cap off our levels to pay attention to, at least. You can tell that this lower wick is at and sort of punctured that support trend line. It's not the end of the world, but do monitor this for a potential breakdown, in which case, again, you're just going to sit on the sidelines and watch. I really would not advise trying to buy this for a third touchdown at 33.35. Typically, whenever you have back-to-back touches at the same area, if you get any sort of move back down underneath, you're going to trigger a stop run, and likely this will go lower. So avoid that. Avoid trying to buy this now that this has double bottomed back to back, and that's going to cap off our levels here on Robinhood. So if you enjoyed the video or learned anything new, let me know down below in the comments section or by simply leaving the video a thumbs up.